Hi, welcome to Everything for Real Estate with me, Suzanne Rocha. Today I wanted to talk about home inspections, property inspections, because I get this question asked of me all the time. A lot of homeowners who are planning to sell their property want to know, should I get property inspections ahead of time or just wait for a buyer to get them? And for the most part, the answer is, who wants to be blindsided by unknown information, right? So I always, in most situations, recommend that we get property inspections. Now, the types of property inspections that we can obtain prior to sale would be a home inspection, a pest, also known as a termite inspection, and a roof inspection. Sometimes different cities have ordinances where, let's just take for example, Oakland and Berkeley, Oakley, they have an ordinance for the sewer lateral to be inspected. So what that means is that a camera by a plumber has to go down your private sewer line leading from your home out to the sewer to make sure the line is intact and it passes with the stamp of approval from the city that the line doesn't need to be replaced. Also, there's another ordinance in Oakland, maybe for the sidewalk, so that there's no trip hazards and such. So at the end of the day, it's about coming to terms with what property inspections should I get so that I am not, again, blindsided by what may be wrong with the property. Now, even if you're selling in an as-is condition, it is better to know ahead of time what may be wrong or not wrong with your property. And again, every property has something. Even new homes, they have some sort of issue or some sort of something that may need to be fixed. So let's talk about a home inspection. A home inspection is where a general home inspector would come into your property and evaluate it. Maybe they're looking at the plumbing, the electrical, loose toilets. They may be looking at your appliances to make sure the stove works, running your water, etc. So this is good knowledge as an overall, opinion of your property. There's also what's called a pest inspection, also known as a termite. And yes, they look for termites, but they also can inspect the property by going, maybe if you have a crawl space underneath, just kind of getting a general idea about the foundation. Also, if there's any moisture, maybe subflooring issues, maybe from a leak you didn't even know about. Also, they're going to take a look for dry rot, on the exterior of your home, the structure. If there's any wood damage from fungus, because the sun, it can bake wood and cause damage. Also, there's a roof inspection. That's where a roofer would go up to your roof and again evaluate the roof for the age of the roof to see how old it is, and also if there's any potential issues to see how old the roof is, so that a potential buyer knows the life of it and what is expected in the remaining life of your roof. Also to see if there's any issues maybe with the flashing or any of the tiles or composition, if they're having any issues, so that we can avoid leaks and so that we don't have issues that go into the property. Now, for the most part, I really do recommend that we get inspections, and I think this is really important because, again, you don't want to be blindsided, but it's a part of the negotiating aspect in an offer. When a buyer just obtains their own inspections, hopefully they're guided by a buyer's agent, but who knows who they would choose. Every inspector has varying degrees of experience, and these are oftentimes a matter of opinion, and they also put a dollar amount as what they estimate the repairs to be. And believe me, over the thousands of transactions I've done, I've seen a lot of differences of opinion. So again, it is really, really super important that you get a recommendation, and this is what I do for my clients, is I recommend good quality, honest people, to inspect the property so that we can have good reports. Because these reports, if they're done by inspectors and a report is given to someone who represents you in a sale, it does become what's called the material fact to your property. So we can't hide those. And nor should you. You know, buyers really need to know in advance what they may be getting into and what may be expected of them to fix. You know, again, in real estate, everything can be negotiated. But for you as a seller, I do recommend, if you can, to get inspections. There's different costs associated with inspections, and if finances are an issue, oftentimes we can find a way even to maybe bill escrow at a little later point when your property is in escrow for purchase. So if you don't have out-of-pocket money to cover these, there are options for you. So again, not every property needs an inspection because not every property has the same situation. Sometimes there's properties that I work with, maybe it's a probate matter, or maybe it's an estate that's selling the property. And so it may not warrant an inspection, and so we would present the property with disclosures and as much information about the property as possible. So it's always good to check in and to know what you're getting into when you sell your home, and so we can get good quality reports. So this is a part of the expertise that I provide my clients, and I can provide them to you too. So if you have any questions, please get a hold of me. You can email me, help@calhomeinfo.com. Please don't forget to subscribe, and maybe even share some comments, because I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have had crazy inspections, and maybe they were blindsided. All right, take care, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.